Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Neon Souls. We were having a very intense discussion about video games leading right up to this, so we are in an energy right now. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Friday afternoon after a hell of a week. We're here to play the Sprawl. If you haven't joined us up until now, oh boy, we're getting off on a weird foot. But welcome anyway. Before we get started, we have all sorts of shows that we do here throughout the week here on GGK. You saw our whole pre-roll video. All of those shows are ones that we are currently doing, or ones that we've done in the past. You can find our full schedule of shows that we've got going on right now below our faces if you're watching us live on Twitch. If you're watching us on YouTube, head over to our Twitch page. You can see whatever we've got going on right now. Speaking of our YouTube, any of our old shows are up there. If you are catching this right now, we're episode 15. All right, yeah. 15 of this. If you want to see the other 14, go on our YouTube and watch those. Coming up this week, we're actually dark tomorrow. We don't have any shows. We're taking a week off from Saturday Night's Apocalypse. We'll be back with that in 2 weeks from tomorrow. So our next show after this one will be on Sunday. It'll be Slang 101, which is a Monster of the Week game that Savannah runs. That's been going on for over a year. I think we're episode 30 something of that one.
I think this week
now.
Might be 40.
Wait, this might be 40. I think we're 40th episode.
Coming after my crown of longest running game on this channel.
I'm gonna get you.
We're
63.
At 63. Yeah. All right. Bring it. I see how it is. Anyway, so come join us for that on Sunday. I don't think we have anything else special going on this next week in particular. So I'm going to let these people introduce themselves and talk about who they're playing tonight and other things that they've got going on. Starting with GB.
Graybeard of Graybeard's Tavern, and tonight I'll be playing Klaxon, the drone jockey driver, and I've even got my tank shirt on today. So there it is. That's me, GB.
I'm Morgan, also known as the Magic Matrix, and I'm playing Clarity, the hacker, tonight. Woohoo!
Woohoo indeed. Hi, I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on the internet, where you can find me streaming every single day for the next 6 weeks. So tonight, I am playing Choke, the killer.
I should not read chat right before I have to talk. Hello!
Right.
I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. We just had a fantastic finale of Elegant Suffering last night. If you haven't watched it yet, please go and do so. If you haven't seen any of the 11 others before the finale, I highly suggest watching those too. But it ended so nicely, so I'm very pleased. And we'll be back for season 2 in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned. But right now, I am playing Impulse, the pusher, who's nearly dead.
And I am Sean at the Kraken King on Twitter, and I am the MC of the show. Thank you to the cheer we just got in chat from Captain Nemo. I love the mission idea, but yes, that is very close to home right now. You'll have to deal with just an evil Mickey Mouse right now, which I feel like is equally appropriate. So, without anything else, let's go ahead and get started. Last time on Neon Souls, your crew killed some giant predatory land-walking hallucinogenic shrimp. You were hired by Gubba Bumps, the shrimp manufacturer, because that's just what they do, to clear out the facility that they had lost control of, had breached containment protocol in the last few years, and you decided to assist them with this. We met a new friend who joined the group. Holy crap, I just forgot. Crisis. who joined us to help you all hunt down these shrimp and to gain control of the facility. You guys came up with a plan. You ran drills. You prepared in various strange ways, making sound devices to attract and lure said shrimp. And you came up with a plan, and then you executed the plan flawlessly. No, not exactly. Clarity and Crisis ended up inside the facility getting attacked by shrimp. Clarity fell 30 feet to into a vat between the shrimp breeding vats. Crisis, true to their name, ended up in a lot of danger. Choke, Klaxon, Impulse went on a shrimp high-speed car chase. Choke fired some missiles. Choke got missiled as a competitor was hired to take over this facility or take control of it from Gubba Bump. They were hired by SeaWorld. Yep. And you destroyed them mercilessly through the use of missiles and Gatling guns and all sorts of things. You gained control of the facility and succeeded in your mission to tame these shrimp and make a slice of the San Angeles suburbs a little safer for its inhabitants. So, upon completing your mission, you went to get paid, going to find Frank, the one of the higher ups and the managers of Gubba Bump. You went to meet him at a clandestine eating establishment, and as you walked into the eatery in the back of the room, you saw Frank sitting away from you, cowboy hat askew, and as you came around their booth, you saw that they had been shot. And at that moment, glass breaking, boots hitting the floor, you were surrounded by a hit squad. And walking out of the kitchens, silhouetted by the lights behind, you saw the familiar mouse ears of one Nicholas Mouse. And that is where we're... Yes.
Yeah, before everything goes completely to hell, do you have a chat redemption?
Oh, boy.
From your good friend of mine, Captain Nemo69. It's a first aid for Impulse. That rhymed, what I just said.
You did rhyme.
Thank you.
So you can heal 1 heart.
Thanks.
Now you're only at what? 22?
I'm only at 22 of 24. But thank you so much. I'm not dying as much. I appreciate you.
And to G in the chat, you have no power to make me stop.
A quick check-in of how almost dead everyone else is.
Yeah, let's get a quick pulse check.
Well, we checked on Impulse already.
1800. So
Okay.
two.
Okay.
1500.
Okay.
So 1 tick. Impulse is
22.
like at 22.
He's at 22. Unscathed.
Okay. So
I got so much XP last time from getting hit.
you did.
So silhouetted by the kitchen lights, you see stepping out, flanked on either side by armed guards. You see the slightly horrifying, realistic image of Mickey Mouse, wearing a set of dark, comically large shades, and a futuristic black suit with the kind of popped collar and the kind of the authoritarian dystopian getup.
With
Yeah.
the flap and the buttons and
Yes.
the tails.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly. And the large shoes. And he says, "Oh, got you now. Damn it. voice modulator's acting up again. Hold on. There's a minute of kind of tweaking and so. All right. That's better.
No, it's more unsettling than it was before.
It's actually a lot creepier now, because now just evil Mickey is just Sean. I'm really creeped. I'm just creeped out now.
I'm upset.
I've found you. It took some doing, but you're going to pay for what you've stolen. Where are they?
What?
You know what.
Wouldn't have
Actually,
to commute?
doll, we really don't. You're gonna have to be way more specific than that.
And Klaxon almost says, I mean, we've stolen a lot of stuff. And he like stops himself, like with a finger out kind of thing.
6 pods containing valuable materials. From a train. Fine then, you're the wrong people. Execute them. And he begins to turn around. You see the hit squad raise their weapons.
Choke is pulling the
arming-
chain off her arm. Unless somebody stops her, she's gonna kill Mickey Mouse.
aiming
Wait.
at the 4 of you.
Wait. I think I heard about this. The train in the desert that inexplicably, like, blew its roof.
Turns back around. Takes off the glasses. Eyes narrowing at you. Yes, that's the one. You're telling me you had nothing to do with this.
I'm telling you, I can find out where your shit is.
She is pretty good at that. And meanwhile, Rosie is using her thermographics to deploy her autocannon, like looking at
From
through
outside
the wall.
the restaurant. Yeah. All right, talk.
You know, for things to kind of fall trippingly off the tongue, I need to feel a little more comfortable. Could you get your bots to lower their stuff a little bit? You're literally poking into my back, fucking metal asshole.
Raises one black gloved hand with 4 fingers. And the cyber soldiers lower their weapons.
Thank you. I'm glad to see some people can be civilized.
Speak.
Impulses.
Looking through her notes.
Stalling, because it's looking through her notes. Okay.
Genius takes time, okay?
I know who you need to go to.
Who?
A certain Ms. Keene.
Keen.
Deborah Keene.
I see.
She masterminds all sorts of fun things in this town. I'm sure you've heard of her.
So you're saying she orchestrated this, but you had nothing to do with the theft.
I'm saying, if you want to find out where your shit is, talk to Deborah Keene.
Go to roll a fast talk for me.
I'm sweating. Okay. Please don't let a mouse kill me. Ah! Okay, so that's 7 plus 2 is 9.
Okay. Keen. All right. That checks out with what we know. But know this. We know who you are. We know your faces. And we know where to find you. If this doesn't check out, or we find out that you had anything to do with this, we'll be back. Puts his sunglasses back on. Turns. And walks back through the kitchen.
So thought it would be like, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, and they all march out.
They do not, but all the cyber soldiers who are completely in black and have these black masks with these red outline Disney logo on the front of them, like this red LEDs on the mask, all guns down, walk out through the doors, through the kitchen, and out the front, and they all leave. You remain there with Frank's body.
I always wanted to meet Mickey Mouse as a kid, but that's not really how I imagined it going.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse is kind of just a 6-foot rat. It's uncool, man. I don't know. Goof Thulu is much better.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I can't have ideas on my back.
I know, doll.
Any more than they already are.
Well, hopefully
I'd like to keep my arm.
Hopefully they'll chomp at Catechism's bit for a little while, and maybe we can sweeten the deal for them in the meantime. But for right now, could someone catch me? Because I'm losing a lot of blood.
I assume someone catches it. Klaxon. Yep. All right.
Go all combat medic. Some water.
Anyone else bleed night?
I wouldn't say bleeding out, but I did hurt myself, but I'm fine now.
That crisis patched me up when the shrapnel from the Tortuga hit me.
That was nice of him.
Good. I'm fine, thanks for asking.
You looks pretty fine.
Did you see me get hit with a missile?
No, I was 30 feet underground, but I'm sure it was kind of wild. So wait, you got hit with a missile and you're fine?
I mean, sore.
And hence why we don't worry. Unless your insides are on your outsides, I generally think you're okay.
I didn't check. I could just be in shock.
Then he does lift your coat.
No. Everything where it's supposed to be.
You look as fabulous as usual.
Thanks. You rest. I'm gonna get my bike. And we should go.
What do we do with Frank?
Put him in the freezer. Too soon?
No, it'll be nice to have him around. All right,
I
let's
liked
go.
him.
I'll put him in the Tortuga.
All right.
So you take
Not.
Frank's body
We can't just leave it there. People have seen us there with it.
There are so many ways that I thought this was going to go down. This is not it.
It's Friday, and it's not 10 o'clock, but it feels like it.
I just assumed Mickey was gonna do something about it, but then he didn't. So I'm gonna. Because we were the last people to take a job from Frank.
You were.
Now he did.
Yeah. You do get...
Sorry, Frank.
Did I give you guys your cred last time for completing the job?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I did. You did, because you didn't receive your full 3 times payment.
Yeah.
Because you rolled bad.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
You rolled bad.
It was double ones again, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Me
God.
rolled double ones.
Everyone in our group rolled double ones this game.
I
think
think
so.
so.
Why do you think I'm doing real dice, friends? Just saying.
That was bad last time. But I did end last session with 18 XP.
You did, yeah. Okay, so you load up Frank's dead his corpse into the Tortuga. Choke, you jump on your bike, and you all head back to the workshop. So we are heading between missions right now. I'm actually going to give an update on the clocks to the group because that escalated some things.
Regardless, that was way chiller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna die.
Good job, fam.
It did. That was much better than I thought. You did, however, elevate the catechism clock because you definitely sold them out, and elevated the IDIS clock because you rolled the mixed success on that. So,
Fair.
so that's where we go. Things getting a little more tense. Looking okay with Ares Aegis, Soma, and Omnitrust though. So, between missions, what you want to do?
Since I leveled up, I got to take a new thing, which says balls in the air, which means I get one more person to my crew and one more job. So, my additional crew member is Crisis, and my new job is drug running shrimp.
Right, I forgot because you guys did steal your mating
pair
of shrimp and are now going to breed them somewhere in the city.
Oh no! Out because
he's going
Yep.
back to.
I do
out
like
and fuck it.
I
Out to
do
fuck
like the fact that the ranch is the Crisis Ranch. That makes all kinds of goodness for me.
Okay, so yep.
So I get to roll all 3 jobs. So 3 times the possibility of getting stuff, and also 3 times the possibility of fucking something up.
Go for it.
Okay.
You know, the reboot of Breaking Bad got a little weird.
Not gonna lie, they went a little off the rails. Okay.
Female lead, though.
Hell yeah. This is Edge, yes.
I'm not sure why they switched from meth to shrimp, but you know.
I think
Some people call it jumping the shark, but doesn't seem like they picked the right one.
I heard it was something with sponsorships, but you know, whatever. Who am I to judge?
No, our show has made the new term because jumping the shark was like jumping the shrimp.
We call it jumping the shrimp.
Yep.
When the shark's not enough.
Woo! 8 + 2 is 10.
Okay, so what do you get on a full success?
I get all of my side jobs go successfully. So 2 of them give me cred, so I get 2 more cred, and 1 of them gives me the drug one gives me gear or intel. Let me double check. What do you give me, shrimp? You give me intel. So I get
Intel.
2 cred and an intel.
All right. Gonna figure out how the shrimp drug trade helps you trade in information.
Hey, there are very interesting people out there who...
It's true.
People who are whacked up on shrimp dust, you know, or shrimp flakes. Shrimp flakes. They just blah. They just say anything.
All right. So that's one between missions. What was everybody else getting? You heal, so you guys do take some time to recuperate, I assume. A couple days at least. Anything else anyone gets up
I've got
to?
my scavenge thing.
Yes.
Do we heal to full?
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I would like to try to buy a couple of pieces of equipment, depending how expensive they are.
Yeah, why don't
Oh my
you-
gosh, I can have a wingsuit? Hold on, my plan might have changed.
We talked about this, remember? It's basically like
Sure.
a one single person vehicle, but it's a wingsuit.
That's cool.
Is that for your
Man,
scavenge?
that's cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see
Randy
what it's.
Salvage didn't have a lot for you this time.
No. Randy Salvage. What? No, that sounds like a prison movie. There is no. It's a fail. So whatever a fail happens on your end, I get no equipment. That's what it sounds like from the way that here broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah. After a recycling job, I'm gonna look through parts, supplies. Yeah. Let me think. How does it Klaxon's looking for get you just like stealing from?
Yeah, we go to the salvage yard and we just kind of paw around and we kind of have an open. I'm assuming we have an open relationship. It's supposed to be that I have this stuff in storage somewhere, but we've sort of said that it's my Randy Macho Man salvage yard, and we kind of go and scrap out stuff. Maybe I do minor repairs for him or something. And
Okay. I'm making a note, but as far as you know, nothing happens.
Thanks, Chief.
No problem. All right, but you don't find anything good. Is the immediate effect. You just strike out this time, which happens. Okay. Choke, Clarity, anything you guys wanted to do?
I want to ask you how much some stuff would cost potentially.
Yes. So you're doing some shopping.
I want to ultimately try to get a couple of things to keep in the Tortuga because people keep getting hurt. So you can get an EMT kit, which is like better trauma derm. So you can do apply first aid move, but it doesn't matter what level of harm they're at.
Okay.
And I think maybe we should get one of those just to keep in the car. Or on the side of the bike or something.
That might be good.
Also, I need you to get me some armor.
Might also be good.
Every time I get hit, I'm like, nope, not this character. I've got the med kit.
Okay, so what else was it you were looking at?
And then there's the... This is probably really expensive, but I just want to know how much. So you can buy a portable OR.
Okay. What's the effect of
Which
that?
allows the treatment of life-threatening injuries and the implantation of cyberware. I want to know how much money I have to save for us to get that.
Okay.
Because my arm is still fucked.
I will go in on that shit with you.
And you guys keep getting hurt and needing things put in and taken out of your heads.
Yeah.
Also true.
And my arm is still broke.
I've got a couple points to spend. Maybe I'll push that Dr. Medic thing some more if I can find a relevant skill in another book.
We wouldn't have to find somebody to do like cyberware stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. So the you're right. The OR system would probably be a little more expensive. So what I'm comparing it to is for the first part with the what was it called again?
The EMT kit?
EMT kit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's 2 cred.
Oh, okay.
Because that's equivalent to like a street doctor for gunshot wounds, like immediate like medical care.
Okay.
The OR kit, I'm gonna say, is gonna be 5.
I will buy that.
But we have to find, so we're gonna have to roll
To find it.
to get it first. So I'm gonna need you to roll to hit the street.
Shopping?
Yeah.
Can I go? I have some things I wanted to pick up.
Oh. Yeah. You probably should, actually. They usually don't want to talk to me.
I can't imagine why. Come on. Grab my purse.
Okay. Roll plus style.
Okay.
I got a payday from the chat.
Oh, nice.
Hey!
Thanks for the gear. Put that right on here.
That's
Hell yeah. Thanks, Nemo.
8.
Okay. 8. So you have to choose 2 from the list. It's either going to cost you extra, it's going to take time to put together, it's going to attract unwanted attention, complications, or consequences, or your contact is going to need you to help them with something if you turn them down.
We're so in demand. Okay. Let's choose 2. It'll cost a little extra. And they need you to help them with something.
Okay. I think who you're going to go to for this. Medical supplies. Probably somebody... Scooter probably doesn't have that.
Clarity's doctor friend?
I was gonna say, don't we know like 12 doctors?
You do know 12 doctors. I was trying to decide which
Do we
doctor.
know any real doctors?
You do know a couple. You know Dr. Zelda, Dr. Gill.
Dr.
Dr.
Mallory Caro.
Yes, Dr. Mallory Caro, who's our first contact on the list. And then, yeah, Dr. Trent is not the actual doctor.
Not an actual doctor.
And Dr. Lucy Godfrey.
She's a zoologist,
yeah.
so...
I
I
mean,
don't know,
humans are animals.
They are.
The doctor you go to is going to determine the kind of mission the job you're gonna get from them. Which doctor?
I think going back to Miss Lucy might be fun. That's just me, though. I'm trying to imagine what she might need some help with.
I'm game.
Yeah. We have to give her.
You so took the words out of my mouth. I was
We have to give
chewing.
her
I
her
was trying to
shrimp
say I'm
anyway.
game.
Yeah, we have to get her sample anyway. So.
Oh, you do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
Right.
let's do that. We'll go to her. We'll give her a sample and then see
Okay.
what she can do.
Okay. So Choke and Impulse are going for this.
Mhm.
All right.
I bring a bigger purse so I can put the small cage with the small shrimp.
So
in it.
you go to meet Dr. Godfrey at her lab, which is near the bay. It is a short facility with some barbed wire fencing kind of surrounding it. And you come up to the door and you knock on a couple times, and the screen comes up, and she buzzes you in, and you lead back to her office, and you can smell animals and some chemicals and stuff as you're leading in to the back. And you find her leaning over a table, medical table, with some sort of creature currently anesthetized on it. A large, almost looks like some sort of like big cat, except it has these spines running down its back. It looks like some sort of spliced, like combination of like a leopard and a porcupine. And so she is sort of. It looks like she's administering some treatment to it. It's currently anesthetized, and she's taking some, like, using a like an ultrasound and kind of guiding in a needle. And she turns back and flips up some goggles with her hands up as they're currently sterilized. She says, "Oh, you're here.
Please say whatever that is, like, cures the flu or something. Otherwise, why is there a tiger with spines on it?
'Cause they could."
Right.
It's a long story. So, you're here. Do you have it?
I do. I just want... Here we go.
And she walks over and she pulls off her gloves and tosses in the bio waste in the corner, and then moves up to you and starts and takes the freezer box that you have and pops it open to see the. You guys had a dead shrimp sample.
We have a live.
Oh, we have a live one.
Yeah,
okay.
We got 3. We got the mating pair and the live one.
She sort of like pops it open, and you kind of hear like a inside. And she goes, "Oh, right,
Live sample. Yeah.
great, excellent." Takes it, sets it aside. Pleasure doing business.
Had a quick question. You seem like the type that might be able to help us out with locating some specific equipment.
Equipment, like medical equipment?
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm listening.
What is it you need?
Blah.
EMT kit. Portable OR.
That's some expensive stuff. You realize this is... I do most of my work with animals.
Understood.
Luckily, biology is biology. Medicine is medicine. It's mostly the same. Might be some small side effects. How attached are you to your genetic coding?
Fairly, but I'm always flexible.
Probably wouldn't notice much of it. At least not... Maybe a few generations.
Well, I'm never bringing children into this world anyway, so...
Great. Perfect. Makes things easier. So, yes, I can get those for you.
You have that look.
Well, I can get the equipment for you. Like I said, it's a little expensive.
How expensive are we talking here?
Well, if I was going to put a number on it, 8 cred.
Oh, you weren't kidding. We can do that, right?
Yeah.
I'll pitch in if we need to.
It's steep, but I feel like it will have a return on its investment, so... Okay.
Okay, great. I actually have the equipment on hand, so I can get that to you.
Perfect.
I'd like something in return, though, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's called cred.
A favor on top of it. It won't cost you anything else, not even any of your time, really.
All right. What are we talking?
She looks at Choke. You're a pretty fine physical specimen. I'm not saying that to try to... I'm not coming on to you. Not that I'm not interested. This is a professional courtesy.
Move along, Luce.
I'm already confused.
You seem like somebody that puts themselves in danger and using this equipment. Would you mind if I placed a bio patch on you for the next month, just to get some? It's for an
Data?
experiment. Yes, data. Let's go with that.
What kind?
It's I do work with gene splicing, as you can see.
You don't say.
This is just a small experiment that I'm working in certain crossbreed human and non-human genetic.
You know what? Don't try to explain any more to me because I won't understand it and it'll freak me out, probably. I have 2 questions.
Right.
Am I going to end up with a bunch of kids I don't know about?
No.
Can you track me through it?
No.
Fine.
Great. I'll get it ready then. Just sit on that chair for a moment.
Are you sure?
No.
But you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. This is anonymous, right? Like, this is not gonna end up on some record or anything, right, Luz?
She looks back as she's getting some equipment ready across the lab and pulling some things out, and she says, "Oh, no. This is off the books. It's not even strictly speaking legal, so
Probably for the best.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it does, your security's not good enough to keep me out.
Luz
to
is
know.
a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and she wouldn't fuck me that way, so I think we'll be fine.
I would not." And she comes back, wheels back around on her, on a stool with a medical tray next to her, and she has a little bit of like a small anesthesia kit and scalpel and a few other little odds and ends. And she says, "It'll be over very quickly." And she says, "Can you turn so I can see your non-metal arm?" And she takes it and puts the anesthesia on it and begins to work. She says,
watching that shit.
"Yeah," and she
She goes
was
to do the
very-
anesthesia and Choke's like, you probably... Okay.
I'm sure you could take it. I just don't want you flinching. And
So what are you doing now?
yeah,
What's that step? And what's that?
she explains it the best she can as she cuts a small incision, takes a patch that she has that has these like wires coming through it, and feeds the wires into the incision, and then it sort of seals the patch on Choke's skin. It's a very quick procedure. She said after she's done, she says, "All right, done. Easy as that. Choke, you don't even feel anything. Your shoulder's a bit numb. That's it." She says, "All right, you may notice some slight side effects over the next month. You probably won't be able to register the color blue in the same way. And there may be a few other things."
Thing that would affect her ability to do her job?
"No.
Okay.
What's your job again?"
Look at her. What do you think her job is, love?
"No. If anything, it might help."
Oh.
I
Okay.
guess unless the Blue Man group comes after us.
I'd stay away from them.
I don't see what you guys are seeing. They're invisible.
Ninja Blooming Group now. And that's in the world now.
We spoke that into the universe.
Yep, just gonna
Cool.
go ahead and make a note of that.
they bludgeon their victims to death with jagged
And all of the bodies were covered in paint. You wouldn't believe what it looks like under a black light.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
All right, may I know that. You guys realized the last time we did that, you guys fought shrimp and Impulse almost died. So
Okay.
Yeah.
This one, this one's on me. I'll take that one.
she was all right. Let's get you set up with the equipment then. If you can go ahead and transfer the cred to my account.
Absolutely.
All right. So you give her the.
I know you will. All right, so 8 cred.
And she gets you your portable OR loaded up, as well as the I keep blanking on the other thing.
EMT kit.
EMT kit. Thank you.
Okay.
Is the EMT kit one use? Does it say, or does it just say?
No, it's like trauma derms where you just have them.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I imagine at some point you might have to
It might break.
replenish it, but
Yeah.
because it's like apply first aid to characters at any level of harm, so I'm imagining it's got like a defibrillator and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah, that works. All right. So you get your equipment. You have your bio patch.
I mean, the flu shot was worse.
Yeah, I mean, Choke, you don't really notice any immediate effects. Like I said, there may be some strange things over the next couple days, and you do find you have a little bit of trouble registering the color blue. A couple days later.
But what is this then?
Like gray.
I would never wear gray in the spring.
What is? I mean, you're not. I don't know why you're mad at me.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
I
know you know it's blue. It's fine.
Okay, here's the thing. Seriously, this time, I know I haven't done anything.
No, you haven't. No, not at all.
Klaxon, I got you something.
Yeah. What? Huh?
Roll out the thing.
Ba-ba-da-da.
Oh,
Or
sweet.
the Tortuga.
All right. And he like gets Rosie to come over and move it in. Sweet. That's good. I was just working on some study for medical things, so we should be good. I hope.
Great.
I literally just took expertise medic, so.
Oh, I should give Impulse some cred. How much was it total?
8.
8.
And how much is armor?
Oh, you wanted to buy some.
Yeah, just the armored jacket. I'm calling it a tack vest.
Okay.
I'll give you 4. I'll just pay for half of it.
Armored
Impulse.
jacket.
Want
Armor
us
jacket, I
all-
think, is gonna be just like 1.
Okay. You guys want to all chip in 2 on the med equipment stuff?
I can foot some too, since I've got the hustle going on the side. So I'm okay with doing 4. After you pay me back half, I still have 11 cred.
Oh, jeez.
So I'll pitch
You
in
guys.
2, and if Choke, you pitch in 2.
I'll do the other 2.
Sweet.
Okay. And then, Klaxon, I'm not gonna do roll for the armor jacket. You run over to Scooters and you pick that up. That's I don't think that's rare enough for it to be a problem. So you 1 cred, and you've got 1 armor now.
Awesome.
Clarity, is there anything you want to do?
Nothing like super comes to mind. I think she just wants to like chill out. She did fall 30 feet, so she's like super sore.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll do
Maybe
it.
wants to do a background check on Crisis or something like that. That's what she does in her free time.
Okay. You stalk Crisis on social media a little bit. Perfect. Who's gets back to Texas, or sorry, to fuck it within the next day and two, and you're seeing all the traffic online about their new shrimp farm. No, there wouldn't be a lot of traffic. The deep web buzz that is coming from the new shrimp drug trade going on in fuck it.
Shrimp
all
flakes.
Right. Shrimp flakes.
I was thinking more. They call it sea monkey on the street.
Nice.
Perfect.
So you guys have a little bit of time to relax. After a few days, Choke, you get a call from Renata.
Hey.
Hey, what are you up to?
Working, same as always. You never call me.
Right. I've got a job for you.
Okay.
And the rest of the crew. Impulse and them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you working anything right now?
No.
Good. My contact, well, I'll set you up with them. It's a Ares Aegis job. I can't currently do it, and they need some outside hands for it, sort of off the books.
It's my area of expertise. Details, anything.
You'll have to get that from the client.
Great.
All right, I'll send you the details. You can contact them. I would reach out before the end of the day, though.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Choke.
Hey, did she ever call you?
Did she?
Yes, but nothing happened. They just had a drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like that then.
Wasn't much to it.
I find that hard to believe.
She didn't seem that interested.
Find that hard to believe.
She's your friend. You talk to her. She wants to have another drink, though. She can call me up.
None of my business.
Right. Details shortly.
Hey, thanks.
No problem. Don't fuck it up.
Rarely do.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Bye.
Bye. She hangs up. Choke, in a little bit, you get a you get a phone number, essentially, sent from Renata, just saying, call them, they'll give you the details.
Impulse is leaning into Clarity's closet. Well, I think we can really expand upon like this micro movement. So like we're talking micro houses. Well, I had a little bit of like, a brainwave talking to my friend Lucy, who like does all this stuff with gene splicing. Micro pets,
Like
dog, cat. You could have a full pack of them. They could fit in the palm of your hand. It's amazing.
yeah, that'd be crazy. Like any pet. Like, could you have like legal pets that are like small?
Crocodile? He's just this big. You can handle that. Elephant.
Yeah.
This big.
Should I write like a blog about this up and coming thing or something? I mean, I guess you should talk to her first and see if she'd be willing to do it.
Name, but just get the buzz going, and then we can be ahead of the game. You get the buzz going, supply and demand, and then we can hook Lucy up with it. Regardless, we'll still get hits on the side. So.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, yep. Doing that now, I guess.
Awesome.
Micro pets.
To go with your micro house and your micro closets and your micro items.
Yep. I'm so glad
Starting of movement.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't try to come up with anything for this game. You guys do so much of the work for me.
I'll I'm gonna go tell everybody about this phone call I'm about to make.
Okay.
I don't want to be by myself in the position of taking a job.
What's going on?
Hey, so I might have something.
Oh.
Renata called.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Might have a job. All I've got is a phone number. And it's for Aries Ages.
Oh. Klax, maybe you're not on visual for this one, just in case.
He'll take a spider ball out and put spider ball on the table and then walk away so you can still be part of the call.
Okay, here we go. Call him up.
All right. You give the number a call. Rings a couple of times. When it finally picks up, there's like a click and then a dial tone, and then finally a voice comes over the line that's heavily modulated. And the person says, I'm not going to try to do a voice modulation. My voice, that would just be too weird. Is this joke?
Yeah,
Renata told me you'd be calling.
good.
You want the job?
What is it?
Delivery.
Of?
Classified.
To?
Classified.
And how am I supposed to make a delivery if I don't know where I'm going?
I need to know you're up for the job first. What's your crew?
4 total. Vehicles. Security. All in house.
Hacking.
And a good face.
Small team. You run jobs like this before?
Delivery? Yeah. Much bigger ones than that too.
I'm going to go ahead and have you roll to get the job.
I should not be doing this. Wait, is this one Edge?
This is Edge.
Okay, okay, I can do this one. It's the other one.
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. You get to pick one from the list. Information, assets, pays well, doesn't attract attention, employer's identifiable.
Okay. My
What do you
aura
think?
of professionalism does not say when I roll to get the job. It just says when you get the job and try to get paid.
So it's when you get so the move is get the job. So
Okay.
when
Okay.
you get the job and when you
Just
try
check.
to get
Just
paid.
check. Just check.
Yeah.
I think we can handle gear and intel.
I already have an intel. Yeah.
And I've got a gear. Oh, and I gotta roll my move too, so I might be able to have another gear. Do you want to know who we're working for, or you want to get paid good?
We
What
already,
you
know
guys
who
think?
we already know who we're working for, right? Is
Well,
no.
Ares Aegis.
Yeah.
You know it's Ares Aegis is giving it the job, but you don't know.
Let's get
anything more than
paid.
Okay, the job pays well.
that. Okay. Uh,
And it's not an ambush.
wow.
Oh, dang
You
it.
won't know that until later.
It's not on this one.
Mickey Mouse shows up again.
Damn it.
So you, the person on the other line, there's a pause for a moment, and then when they finally speak again, they say, "All right, you're hired. I'll have the details sent to your devices." Long story short, cargo will be arriving at the lunar tarmac in the North Ward. 0800 hours. Sunday. You'll have 5 hours once it arrives to deliver it to a helicarrier that will be departing the South Ward Arcology.
How big of a package are we talking?
They don't pause this long. I was trying to think of how to describe
Is it
how
bigger than a bread box?
he says person size.
Okay, we got room.
All right. The line cuts out.
No big deal. Point A to point B.
Person sized. It's a person.
We've got a body in our freezer, okay?
It's already dead. He's already dead. R.I.P. Frank.
If it's a person, it might already be dead.
I mean, person-sized can mean anything. I mean, I'm a lot smaller than Choke, and we're both person-sized, just to be fair.
I just wanted to make sure we could fit it in the Tortuga.
I just worry about a descriptor like person sized. It
It-
evokes personage,
It is a pretty non-standard unit of measure.
right?
I wouldn't want to build anything using a person size. Though in medieval times they used a rod, which was like person sized.
Honestly,
Oop, sorry, channeling Rex there for a second.
honestly, two options. Either it's a person or a body, or they talk to me the way people normally talk to me when I get these jobs and they think I'm fucking stupid, so they don't use numbers.
Well, what if it's like a mech suit or something? Like the small kind that are like person-sized mech suits that are just like body armor.
Or a wingsuit.
If it's a wingsuit, we're stealing that shit and going on the run.
Mm-hmm. It's seriously the next thing I'm buying. I borrowed one from a friend a couple of weeks ago. Holy shit.
I would love to go on a bodysuit ride.
I'll take you.
I thought it was just for one person.
Well, I've got you, so you go with friends and you.
Oh,
It's fun.
okay.
Anyway, does it really matter? It's easy money.
Fine by me. We have 5 hours though to get from north to southward. Quietly. So maybe we run the easiest routes.
I can see if there's any like back streets or something.
Yeah. Well, we've got a time for pickup, so we check traffic.
Oh, yeah,
patterns.
that's rush hour.
Mm-hmm.
Is it rush hour? People probably just work all hours now.
It's
So
kinda
would there be
always
rush
It's
hour?
always rush hour.
Okay.
We could check traffic patterns.
I mean, we can
I
always,
imagine.
because we can fly, we can always go high road or low road.
True. I mean,
Fair.
worst case, if you could get into the traffic lights, Claire, you could just make everything green for us and easy breezy.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
I see. That's cool.
Can just like make it so that there's like a sensor in the Tortuga, and if you are approaching a traffic light, it automatically switches.
That'd be great.
Can you put that on my bike?
And switches the ones
Sure.
going the opposite way to
Oh,
stop.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on an automatic thing.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
I don't know why we haven't done that before. If I can do that.
I guess it never really came up.
No. Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna clean the guns just in case.
At some point when you guys come past the Tortuga, Klaxon's got Frank's body laying out, and he's like, "Clear." He's got the paddles. He's practicing.
Does it work?
Well, I mean, Frank's dead, but I mean, just getting
Okay.
a feel for it here. You
Frank
know?
suddenly shoots up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, get him to the Greek style. I'm alive.
He's too good.
I'd be okay with that.
If Frank came alive right now, fuck it. Like, my pusher thing would be Frank is now our messiah. He's dead, and everyone he will show us the way. Frank is the way. Oh man. Cho, can I talk for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
So nothing happened with Renata. Like, we just had a drink and had a fun time.
Okay.
Okay. Because, I mean, it totally could have. But I just,
Sure, yeah.
I know that, you said, like, that was still, like, a possible, like, thing. So I didn't want to, like, encroach,
Okay.
But I mean, like, you and Swin, like, that's like a solid thing, like, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I thought we liked Swin.
No, we do. We do.
So is Renata, that's still, I don't really know how these things work. I usually just don't give a shit. But, like, it matters to you, so it'll matter to me. And
No, it's fine. She just said you didn't really seem interested, but
well, that's what I wanted her to think, because I didn't want to lead the poor girl on.
then why would you take her out?
Well, because I'm a lady of my word. She's also really attractive. Like, it was just nice to just, like, look at her for a while, to be perfectly honest.
It's fine. Really.
Really?
Yeah, I'm occupied.
All right, I might be out tonight. Going up. Okay, bye.
Dodge that one.
Impulse, do you call Renata back up?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Perfect. Just add that other one to the
Yeah, just go ahead and throw that
to
on
the
there.
impulse bingo that I'm making.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm close to 4 corners now. No.
All right. Prep work. you guys are doing your legwork. Clarity, you had some hacking you wanted to do?
Yes. I would like to make it so that our vehicles, the Tortuga and the bike, just in case, make the traffic lights switch when they approach.
Okay. So you want to program something into the vehicles themselves?
Yeah, that like communicates with the traffic lights as they approach.
Okay. Yeah. What do I want to have you roll for this? Okay, so here's what I'm going to give. Clarity will need to hack into the San Angeles like Department of Transportation to actually like get the programming that you need to hack in to make this work. You guys are also going to need the gear to actually put into the vehicles. Right. So if you guys, I know a couple of you have gear, or Choke already has gear, or you have a roll that you have to do for it.
Yeah, I do have a gear. Thanks, chat. But I have to roll at the start of a mission thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where did it go? That's the other place. I love it when a plan comes together.
Right.
Sorry.
Go to roll for that.
10.
All right, what do you get on 10?
I get... Oh. Come on. There we go. 3 hold.
Oh, nice.
That I can spend during the mission to either have that piece of gear that I need right now or appear in a scene where I am needed right now.
Okay. So you
that's
guys...
up to 3 pieces of gear, and I have a gear.
All right, we'll do the hacking for clarity, and then you guys are going to need 1 piece of gear per vehicle that you want this equipment in. So you can use that gear that you have, the hold that you have, Choke. You guys can also go to a contact for gear. There are lots of ways you guys can get gear. But let's go to do Clarity's thing. So I'm going to need you to roll to log in.
Okay, I leveled up, so I got another synth. So let's see. That's an 8.
An 8. All right. So you're not in clean. You've got to choose one from the list. Either a passive trace, ice is activated, alert is triggered, or your access is restricted.
I guess ice is activated.
Okay. Okay. Transportation. Nice. All right. So you. All right. You get into the system that you need to. We need to roll the next part. You've got all the files and everything, all the systems. Essentially, you get an entire layout of the city, and you can see like synapse, like sparking. You can see all of the like traffic patterns and the lights going on and off, and the flow of the traffic moving through it, like electrical currents. So you need to actually get the programming, the coding that you need to for the traffic lights. So I think this would be a compromised security roll.
8. And I can roll mind.
Okay.
Let's see. Actually, is that... Hold on. Sorry. Is that mind or is that synth?
That is mind for compromised security.
Okay. That's an 11.
11. Nice. So what, 3 hold, I think?
Yes.
All right. So you can go ahead and spend 1 hold to get the coding that you need.
Nice.
However, as this is happening, sorry, I'm pulling up. I actually have the stats on your cyber deck. Do you have those on your sheet somewhere?
Yes.
Ah, I see. You suddenly, as you're pulling this information, there is like in your own system, there's like a flashing an alert, and you, I'm going to lower the. I think it is the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are you executing an ice routine against my deck?
Yes, I am.
I can spend a hold to avoid an ice routine executed against my deck with my console cowboy, so that might help.
Okay, that will help. Yeah. So do you already roll for that, or?
Yep, that was what I already
that was
rolled.
the one you just did. Okay, you can spend a hold to avoid that. Yeah. So you feel the ice, the alert begins to go off, and you feel it targeting your firewall. And as that is happening, you quickly get into gear, using the kind of backtracing where you see this ice subroutine coming from. You're able to disable it before it gets to your system. However, you do find that this ice program is kind of zeroing in on you, and you're going to have to get out or before it damages your system further. So is there anything else you want to do before you leave, or risk staying in longer?
I'm connected to traffic, right?
Yes.
Let me think. I'm gonna trigger an alert
Okay.
that says, is there a carpool lane?
Would they still have carpool lanes in the future?
Isn't an
Sure.
AI lane?
Sure. We'll go with yeah, no. Yeah, it's yeah, it's like an autonomous vehicles lane.
Yep. And I'm assuming that they have like an automatic thing to allow people to go through it. So I'm going to set it to authorized vehicles only, and only authorize our vehicle.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you spend another hold to change the auth codes, which is going to make traffic in San Angeles is going to be terrible for everyone else in the coming week. But until they isolate whatever is causing this, you'll have a little bit of time. Definitely, traffic will be much smoother for you. So yes, you do that. The ICE is going to attempt to execute. So the first one it was doing was trying to corrupt the programming. Now you feel that it is trying to damage your cyber deck. You have the option to either spend from your deck. You can either spend hardening or firewall to prevent it, or you can go ahead and try to jack out.
What kind of ice is it?
Not, which is the second. It's not black.
Okay. If it's not black, then I can just roll the jack out.
Yeah. I think it's red.
Okay. And what do I roll for that? I haven't had to deal with ice
I
before.
know
I've
we haven't done
avoided
this
it until now.
yeah, this is the first time we're using a lot of these mechanics. Cool.
Oh no. Okay. That's fine.
All right.
10.
Damn, nice. You disconnect yourself from the system before any serious harm occurs. So yeah, before you feel the ice sort of beginning to kind of work its way into your this insidious programming beginning to work its way into your system, but you quickly execute the routines that you have in place and just like blacked out suddenly. There's like a moment of a jarring moment where your eyes have to like readjust as you were using your neural interface, and you blink and you're back in your closet.
Whew.
Impulse is there with noodles. How'd it go?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to like talk to you.
Me?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, how do you tell if a person likes you?
Oh. Well, there are a couple of ways. You've interacted with this person, yes?
This one, yes.
Okay. Is it, someone I know?
Yeah, you've been acquainted with them recently.
It's Crisis, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Okay. Well, just for the most part, you can usually trust people at face value. If you like ask them to go somewhere with you and they agree, that probably means that they're at least somewhat interested.
So I just no, I gave him my number. He works for you now, right?
Oh yeah, we've got a great thing going up there in Bucket.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I was just like wondering because like I haven't really like I couldn't even tell that like Phoebus likes me until you told me, and it's just kind of weird to try and like figure it out. I don't really get it and how you can tell. So I was just wondering how you can tell, and yeah, it's just one of those things that I was just curious about.
There are a lot of physical signs. Usually people might get flushed. They might sweat a little, get a little spitzed. They might smile a lot, like overly smile. Laughing too at like nothing. That's a pretty big indicator too. And then, just the little things like, in a room they might gravitate a little closer towards you, or, brush you, put a hand on you or something when, they didn't have to.
So they're more likely to like me if they're really sweaty, they're really red, and they act really weird.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell now why you should have picked up the signs on Phoebus, right?
Yeah, he does get really sweaty and really red.
Yeah.
But he's always like that around me, so I just kind of thought that's how he was,
Yeah, I mean, it's not an exact science or anything, but, once you pick up on a sign or two, the rest kind of falls into place. Also, sometimes it's just really nice and refreshing to be really straightforward. Like with Crisis, he seems like a really, straightforward sort of person. So, honestly, I think if you just called him up and said, hey, I would love to go out for dinner, see what he says.
But he's all the way in Fuck It right now.
Doesn't take that long to get here, believe you me.
No, okay. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't think we really have time right now.
What are you talking about? I'm going out tonight.
You are?
Yeah.
With who?
Renata.
She's the one that Choke's friends with, right? Okay.
I checked with Choke first. I'm told you're supposed to do that. And she's like, okay.
I wasn't gonna bring that up. I mean, I feel like Choke has like a whole other thing going on.
But that's what I said too. So like she and Swin like actually like each other. So
so
whatever
they
it was
actually like each other.
Apparently, yeah.
Like they don't just like each other. They actually like each other.
Yeah, I've never. Well, I don't see that very often. So it's nice. So yeah, like Renata's not a thing. So
okay. Cool. Well, I hope you have fun.
Oh, I will. But you should too. Call him up. For real, it takes like maybe 45 minutes to get here if he's really booking it.
Oh no, I feel like I'd rather like wait. You know, maybe like, cause like those movies and stuff, the old kinds, they're always like, you know,
terrible, horrific propaganda garbage. Do not listen to that shit. It's tempting. Don't do it.
So so absence doesn't make the heart grow fonder.
No, absence means that they're not thinking about you anymore. They forget who you are and they don't give a shit. Call him.
Oh, okay.
Absence leads to abstinence. Klaxon says as he walks by the closet with a box of noodles to restock the shelves.
Did you say absinthe? Like... That shit's expensive.
Abstinence.
Okay.
Abstinence.
Can we get some absinthe?
You wouldn't know anything about it, Choke. You're clear.
I'm sure Swin could get us some absinthe.
Oh, and then Choke wouldn't be abstinent. It just goes full circle.
Honey, I've never been abstinent. Should have called her.
It just hangs there. That's just awesome.
So are we drinking? Because I can call her and we can get some absinthe.
Drinking's good.
How about tomorrow? I kind of already made plans, and you know me, I love some good absinthe. So,
what day is it? Because we got to work on Sunday.
You say you guys have 3 days until your job.
Great.
Day and night.
So,
Thanks.
I guess we'll hang out tonight. Well, you're gone. Tomorrow, absinthe.
Okay.
Well, that way you got time to set the whole thing in motion with Swin getting the absinthe.
Get that going. Oh, see if you can get a little bit more sleep from her as well. We're almost out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and tell her hi.
Okay. We're not your parents.
Bye. Go grab my clutch.
Okay. I'm broken.
Slice of life.
Impulse
Is
goes.
what they call that?
Impulse goes on a date with Renata. Choke gets some absinthe from Swin. Now there's absinthe, S-I-N-T-H-E, and absinthe, which is for synthetic. You have to make sure you get the right one.
I'm sure Swin tells her that, and then she just goes,
The drinking kind.
I'm sure you know the right one. Oh, and you're invited.
You just get a lot of stuttering text messages back.
Gee, this is my favorite anime too.
Oh boy. All right. So you have 3 days. You forget one of those days, so you have 2 days left. And that's where we're going to take our break. So we'll be back in a little bit to actually get to the job that you guys have to do. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on what you guys get up to. Micro pets and absinthe. All right.
Not at the same time.
Why not? Tiny dogs running around while you're tripping out. I mean, it sounds like an awesome time.
No, it seems dangerous for the dogs.
Probably. All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. We'll be back. I'm losing my ability to speak. We'll be back. It's all the apps. We'll be back in a little bit, so stay tuned, and we'll see you all very soon. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us on our break. And thank you for hanging out with us on this Friday after what has felt like the longest week ever. So yeah, we're all exhausted and loopy, and let's get back into it. So transporter is what you got your guys' current theory for your current job.
I don't want it to be, but I think it is.
I'm still holding out for Crank.
No.
No.
It would be you. You have the patch in your arm.
All right, you guys have had a... Do we need to play out anything from your absinthe night, or can we just say it's a night that you forget?
I will say that she forgets it, but Clarity doesn't call Crisis, doesn't text Crisis, but emails Crisis. A very long drunk email that says very little.
Amazing. Actually, that's what I want from all of you. So what's the fallout of the night? Like, what does the aftershock look like of this night that you have?
I know what Renata's apartment looks like.
Okay.
But that's the night before the absinthe night?
That's the night before the absinthe night.
Yes.
Okay.
Absinthe night.
I wake up on the weight bench with my gangly long arms hanging over the sides, and my shoulders are just like useless. Like I have to drag my long arms around. So obviously at some point Choke had convinced me to try to lift something way too heavy.
Okay.
That's the fallout for Klaxon.
I think after all is said and done, Choke probably sleeps better than she has in months. And wakes up like ready to go.
Impulse just emerges from a couch. Everything is still somehow in place. And she goes, "Why did that taste like shrimp?"
I'm going to say on top of all of this, Chappie is in a dress. Or not Chappie. Yes, Chappie. Chappie is in a dress. The Tortuga has a parking ticket on the windshield from a convenience store, like, across town.
Y'all, that's the worst thing of all. We cheated on Mr. Convenience last night. That's terrible.
No.
Miss Market. That's the location was Miss Market. So we cheated on Mr. Convenience. Sluts.
And Rosie has been retrofitted. You actually have to reattach the gun because the cannons on Rosie have been retrofitted to shoot popcorn. Or no,
like
no, we're gonna go with Cheeto balls.
There's like a leaf blower in there somehow.
Yeah.
That one was Clarity. There's no way it wasn't. If it was popcorn, I would have taken part of the blame.
Her goggles finally got used, and there's like cheese ball streaks across them.
Yeah.
Cannon.
There's actually like an outline on the wall of like Cheeto dust that like perfectly silhouettes. Like Clarity walks into the room and stands in front of it for a moment, perfectly obfuscating the silhouette, and then continues walking.
We're fun.
I want to hang out with us.
I want to hang out with
We're pretty great. Minus like the mild sociopathy thing, like we're pretty dope.
Well, I don't want to work with us. I just want to hang out with us.
Amazing. Perfect. Beautiful.
All right. So
I do expect an update when Crisis emails back, though.
We'll have to get that from Sam.
We'll start a Patreon, and the first thing that we'll release is the email exchange.
Clarity Crisis email exchange.
So you have your so we didn't talk about the using the gear. So you have the coding that you need for the security for the traffic lights. How do you want to deal with getting the gear you need? You have one, and then Chuck, give your hold, or you guys can try to roll to get some.
Does
more gear.
anyone else have actual gear, or is it just me? Okay,
Just
'cause
intel.
okay, so I have a gear and then 3 holds. So we can spend all of my stuff, and I'll have 1 hold going into the job.
I still have some cred too. Like, if we want to go see if Scoots has anything we need.
You have one gear that you got from the chat too.
Yeah, I have that one.
Because wouldn't you have 2 hold going into the job if you spend the gear that you have?
Because you got 3 from your move and then 1 additional one.
Oh, I thought
from
we needed
chat.
3. Do I only need 2?
You only need 2. You need 1 per
Okay,
vehicle.
so then I would still have 2 hold.
You're cool with that. That sounds
Which I
good.
have yet to use.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Cool.
Choke just
Alright.
disappears for a couple hours and then just comes back with stuff and doesn't explain it.
Oh, circuit boards.
Where? Nope.
Oh
Not
yeah,
going
and
down that
also
rabbit hole.
I turned the carpool lane into our lane, the Tortuga lane, the Tortuga and bike lane. So that's cool.
Like, always?
Until they figure it out and change it back, but no one else will be able to get into that lane except for us.
Will they be able to trace it back to you?
No.
Oh. Why have we not done this sooner? Like, this
I
is
don't know.
great.
And they probably won't find out about the other thing, the traffic light thing I did for who knows how long. And like, that's going to be really hard for them to figure out that we did that. So
Have I mentioned lately that you're literally the best?
aw, thanks. I try.
I assume you gave me the schematics and I actually tack them together, and they're the instead of like in Illinois the I-pass little dome thing, it's the bypass, BI pass, and we clump them onto the vehicles.
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, you have that set up as far as your means of transportation. You have the data to know when you need to pick up your cargo and when you need to drop them off. What other prep work do you guys want to do?
We probably want to make this as anonymous as possible. I mean, like, the Tortuga is pretty good for that, but maybe we should dress the part too. Especially, do you have a helmet that, like, sort of totally covers you when you're riding a bike? Why don't we get you a helmet? Like one of those really dope ones that's like totally, mirrored.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. One, like, they won't be able to see in to you because, I mean, you're vaguely famous, babe. So, we just don't want to get that out there. Also, it's really great branding. Like, when we look, like, people are more likely to hire us back. It's just facts and figures.
Yeah, that sign's cool.
Klaxon looks over at the Tortuga, which looks like a garbage scow, so that
it's supposed to be unobtrusive. Like, if it was like the shiniest thing on the block, like, no, just to blend in. It does that very well. I mean, honestly, across the board, our branding, top notch.
Klaxon, okay, he just kind of nods and wanders off. Whose dress is this that fit on Rosie? This thing's huge.
I think I had that in the back of my closet at some point. I'll take that. Thank you. Thanks. They might come back for it. All right. Free day. I'll do some shopping. Just something very uniform, slick, but, you know, obfuscating our identities. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back.
So you're just gonna do some shopping for some tactical, nondescript,
but sexy.
but
Tactical,
okay.
but sexy.
For everyone.
Yes. Just in case. I
Okay.
assume most of us will stay in the Tortuga, but it doesn't have to actually be tactical. I just want it to look like it's tactical.
All right. I was debating whether I'm gonna have you roll for this, but I don't think that you just getting some cool clothes for everyone is gonna. There's nothing interesting that happens there if you don't roll well. So yeah, you buy some fancy clothes, some fancy duds for everyone.
Nice.
I don't know if you want to describe what everyone's clothes looks like.
I mean, basically just whatever everyone normally likes to wear, but fully covering. So, like, I mean, basically, you know, she'll go to choke. I mean, I was thinking about, like, you know, getting you your, like, black midriff again, but honestly, babe, like, your abs are almost as recognizable as your face, so we gotta cover that shit. So it fully covers, but it's still nice and fitted. Basically, whatever anyone actually wears, but black, shinier, and just slightly tighter. So, like, a jumpsuit for Klaxon, but a fully black jumpsuit with just a bit of sheen and just, like, slim cut, you know?
He cinches it in the waist, and now it's a
Yes.
it's a bean pole that has a divot in the middle.
Yeah.
Look, I got hips.
They were always there, darling. You just have to know how to showcase.
He puts on his armor over top of it. Clack, clack.
Oh, I forgot. Most important part, helmets! So, and just, like, a helmet that, like, covers and for
I like it.
me too, right?
It's shiny.
Right? Okay, I think we're finally ready.
All right. Well, if there's no more preparation, we can go ahead and get on to the mission.
We've got a couple holds, right? Still?
Yeah, and a couple intel. At least two holds for. You've got 2 holds still, choke. Yeah, and then I've got an intel. Clarity, did you have an intel too? No. Okay, I've got at least an intel though. Cool.
Okay. So, on Sunday morning, very, very early, you guys load up in the Tortuga and head out to the lunar tarmac in the North Ward. Traffic is traffic in San Angeles, except you get to bypass it through the carpool lane and no red lights. There's a lot of people that as you approach intersections come like skidding to a halt as the lights are suddenly turning red in the other directions, and like lot of pissed off drivers and confused drivers as you guys just cruise along ahead. You arrive at the... I assume you guys arrive a little bit early at the tarmac to receive. And as you arrive at the space, so massive sort of airport style runway on the northern side of the city. There are a few dozen hangars lining the sides of it, and these massive shuttles that are currently parked in these hangars. And as you approach the hangar that you're scheduled to pick up your cargo from, you can see in the distance this flash of light as a shuttle is descending down to land at the tarmac. Coming in, you can see the as it makes its or has made its re-entry from the outer Earth orbit. The shuttle comes skidding down to the tarmac runway, landing, and then navigating towards the hangar. You come out to approach, and as with the motorcycle that Choke is on, and everyone else is in the Tortuga, you come pulling up to the shuttle, which the bay doors open, and you see a few armed escorts come walking out, looking side to side, and then one approaches the Tortuga, which I assume Choke is like parked alongside. And I don't think there's an exchange. I think they look over at Choke sort of pointedly. You're wearing your helmet right now.
Yes. Looks so cool.
They look back at the Tortuga. There's a moment of pause and just this like tension in the air. And you see them reach out towards a transponder, whisper or speak some sort of message that you can't hear over the humming of the engines as they're dying. And the other guard looks back up the runway as you see two more people come walking down. One more security guard, and another person walking with them. A young woman in a lime green hoodie. She has a side of her head shaved, and you can see a bit of like chrome, like dermal wiring running through it. She's bright, sort of pink hair. That's sort of wavy on the other side of her face. And she has her tablet up. She pops a piece of gum as she is typing in the tablet. She looks up at the guard who points towards the car, walks her towards it, and I guess opens the side door to let her in. As the door descends open, she looks inside at Klaxon, Clarity, and Impulse.
Just wait.
Hey.
Hi.
Do I just sit anywhere or
Wherever there's room, doll.
And again, the opposite door is the seats are folded into the thing. It's because it's a drop ship kind of deal. So there's like 5 or 6 seats that are apparent along the other wall that folds down.
Right. So she moves in, sits there. The guard looks inside, looks at their timepiece, gives a nod towards you, Klaxon, and without any sort of word, walks away as you then shut the door. There's a moment of sort of an uncomfortable pause. She's sitting there. She's like, so is this when we introduce ourselves, or
What's your name, love?
Brandy?
Hi, Randy. I guess we're taking you for a ride to your destination. Think of us as a Hooper.
Right. No, I know the deal. I've done this a couple of times. It's all good. Just don't let me get shot.
And location?
We know.
Oh, we already have
Yeah,
the
you
data.
guys already have the location.
Okay. All right. Klaxon will say, something like, "Do you want a centaur, some noodles, or snacks?"
I'll definitely have a centaur if you have one.
All right, and then Chappie folds off the wall and steps down and goes over to the cupboard because Klaxon can do both. So he's driving Chappie as the Tortuga moves out, following Choke.
Randy dies of fright.
Brandy.
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 I heard Randy too. Okay.
Sorry,
All right.
I didn't
Randy, you're a
enunciate the
fine
B.
girl.
Yes.
Beat me to it.
Good. Have her you
Brenda.
be.
We're doing old music today.
Mm-hmm.
And so Chappie will act as the steward for the flight today.
Chappie better put that centaur in her hand and get the fuck back up on that wall, or something's gonna happen.
So who's shotgun? Is that Clarity or Impulse? Because there's only the 2 seats up front.
I figure Impulse would sit in the back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're in the back, and you're like, Chappie, back to the wall. Everything. So yeah,
I'll tell you twice, or we're like, don't make me tell you twice.
his fingers twirl, and he opens the centaur, and then his hand spins like around and hands it to her, and then he kind of folds into himself and puts himself back on the wall, and his legs come up and in.
She's unfazed by the creepy robot.
So imagine like Choke has just her comms just like open the whole time and is listening to this conversation, and then Impulse just gets her own message that's like, "You can ride with me."
Remember that for next time.
All right, and you go driving off towards your destination, following along the traffic pattern that you have set out, the route that you have picked, and bypassing every red light along the way. Brandy in the back seat on her data pad kind of looks across to Impulse a couple times. She says, "Do I know you?
I don't
Like,
know,
you look
do you?
You look familiar."
I have a helmet on too.
Oh, you do?
I
I
gave
thought it was just
everyone helmets.
Ah. Right. Okay. No, she doesn't. She
Looks
says,
like a biker
"So what's with the helmets?"
Anonymity.
Right. So I assume I shouldn't ask your names.
I mean, I could tell you my name, but I don't think Impulse would let me tell you my name.
Do it.
Well, I guess if anything, they're just to mess my hair up now. She'll take the helmet off. Hi.
Hi. So, Impulse.
You can call me Impulse. Mm-hmm.
Right. Do I know you?
I know a lot of people. It's possible.
You just look familiar.
Well, I did do some sense back in the day, but...
Oh, right. I think I've seen you in something.
What did I call it? Was it perhaps Kiki and Waikiki?
Yes, that was you?
Yeah, that was me. That was ages ago, though, love. I can't believe you've seen that. Ah.
All right. I look up all sorts of, like, old stuff online.
I mean, it's not that old, but yeah.
She doesn't seem to really respond to that comment, not really realizing. She just goes back to her day pet. She's like, I figured it out then. That's right. And she keeps scrolling on whatever she's doing.
I mean, how many times have you watched Kiki? Or are you just not good with faces?
Oh, yeah, I have a pretty good memory.
Oh. All
It's-
natural or chromed?
50-50.
Oh.
I mean, that's sort of my job.
Oh. What do you do, Brandy? If I can ask.
I mean, this.
Get shuttled between our colleges? Seems like a cush gig.
Data transport mostly from, well, this. I don't know how much I'm supposed to tell you now that I'm really thinking about it.
We know pretty much everything, doll. Don't worry about it.
Right. Well, I pretty much just go back and forth from the lunar base to San
Oh,
Angeles.
you're the physical data transport. So you're the data transport.
Mhm.
Oh. Nice. Anything in particular or just like large quantities of data?
All sorts of stuff. I think
Sounds
this
like
time
fun.
it's weapon schematics.
Ooh. That sounds exciting.
It's not the most interesting thing that I've transported, but it's up there.
What is the most interesting thing you've transported?
Well, I don't know if you saw the new that trailer for the new IDIS movie scripts.
Oh.
That's my favorite.
I bet. So you knew about the Cthulhu storyline before anybody, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. Like way before.
I mean, it was a big turn, but I mean, hey, people love it, right?
Eh. It's all right. She looks to the front seat at the two members of I've completely lost my train of thought there. She looks at the two of you with your helmets up front and sort of realizes that you're not going to participate in all this and just goes back to her scrolling.
Clarity looks back and is just kind of like your hair.
Thank you. I can't see yours.
Oh, right. And she takes her helmet off.
I like your hair too.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's natural. It's just like that.
Mine's not.
Yeah. You know, you could get like a thing where they they do the thing where they change your genetic like hair color and
Oh no, I
it
did.
grows
That
in
just
different
I just wasn't born with
Oh.
the pink. Yeah.
pink
Oh,
hair.
you did the hair splays?
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
much was that?
Like 80.
Oh, wow. But it lasts like forever, so like
Oh,
it's an investment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mean,
you never have to dye your hair again.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Choke. As you're outside.
To me.
And you are, I assume you're sort of heading the caravan.
Yeah.
Let's see. You notice ahead of you. You guys are en route to your destination, about a quarter of the way there. Daft Punk, thank you, chat. Jesus Christ. That's what I was looking for. I could not remember. I lost that halfway through.
We got
all right.
there. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, G. So as you are heading through town following this route, you notice as two bikes come peeling off from a side street, turning at the red light, and begin to sort of weave through traffic behind you.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out and then just like over comms to Klaxon specifically so no one else panics. Just let him know. Nothing big yet, but keeping an eye out, and I'll tell him where they are.
You remaining on point, or you gonna fall back into their 6? I mean, Rosie and I got autocannons on them if need be. But
I'm gonna stay for now. Make them think I don't know they're there.
sounds good.
As you guys reach the next intersection, you come to a stop. Not because the light is red, but because there is a accident at the intersection. Looks like a truck is blocking a couple lanes of traffic that looks like it T-boned another car at the intersection. And traffic is diverting from this path, and you're forced to turn and to change your path.
In that case, I'm gonna brake and let Klaxon go around me and fall back behind the Tortuga.
I assume there's some kind of overstructure, so we can't just, drop tank pop over and go past
not
it.
if you're gonna keep Choke with you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll divert for now, and we'll abandon Choke if need be.
You can abandon me. I can bob and weave.
Yeah,
It's
kind
easier
of
than you.
figured, but so can we also say, like, since our thing has kind of a shimmer to it, that our helmet, the face plates, have like they have the same kind of, they look black, but when you catch them in the light just right, there's like a chrome skull, through the face plate that has the same kind of scintillating shimmer.
What do you take me for? Of course, that's what the helmets look like.
That is so rad.
And so then Klaxon will turn back to Impulse and Brandy, and that shimmer skull appears real quick, and it's like, hold on, possible bogeys on our 6, 2 bikes.
Buckle up, loves.
As traffic diverts, you are sent to a kind of on a heading from the north to south, so kind of on an eastern route, having to head around through kind of coming off of the what am I trying to say? Coming off of the highway and onto some side streets, and you head through an underpass. And as you reach the far side of the underpass, Klaxon, you notice first, as you're the one that's driving, as you're reaching the edge of it, there is a section of the road. There was like a metal plating that is over the road, like what would cover up a pothole in front of you. And just as you are reaching that point, you look off to the right, and you can see there is a large black truck that is parked just on the other side of the underpass. And just as you begin to cross over the plating, there is an explosion. And Choke, you see it from behind as you are thrown from your bike. And the Tortuga is sent spinning and careening through the air. I would like Klaxon to make a act under pressure. Well, I guess Klaxon, what do you do? I should ask first. And Choke, what do you do?
Make sure I'm not muted, and then so since I am jacked into the vehicle, I can either use second skin and try to make a driver roll, or let's look at hot shit driver. When you're driving a cyberlink vehicle in a high pressure situation, roll edge, and you can spend hold on all kinds of things like maintain control of the vehicle, impress, dismay, or frighten someone, avoid a collision, avoid danger, or escape a pursuing vehicle.
Okay. So in this moment where the explosion goes off, are you just trying to maintain control of the vehicle, or is there something else you're trying to do here?
Yeah, I think I'll try to get us into I'll try to avoid external danger, try to get us into a better position.
Okay.
So it is a combination of hotshot driver with my second skin.
Okay. So you're gonna roll to act under pressure, and you get to roll. It is a cool roll.
+2 because of the Tortuga's power. All right.
Gotcha.
Cool. 2 submit. An 11.
11. Nice. So the explosion goes off. You maintain control of the Tortuga. However, you are all jostled around inside as this detonates, and the Tortuga and you inside take some damage. It would be now the Tortuga has armor.
Yep.
Right. How much armor does it have?
That is a goodly question. Tortuga. 2.
2. Okay. So it would be 3 harm reduced to 1 harm. Any of you that have armor can reduce that to 0. Choke. You're not in the Tortuga.
I am not.
What do you do?
I've been thrown from my bike. That what
You have
happened?
you're in danger of being thrown from your bike as the explosion goes off.
Well, I would like to not.
Okay.
Is really the thing. No, I want to try to, as much as I can, try to right the bike and stay alongside, because I feel like I'm about to have to road rash this bitch.
Okay. Roll to act under pressure for me.
Oh, that's a 10.
All right. You stay on your bike. You also take the harm though from the explosion.
Okay.
So I don't think does your bike have armor? I would assume not as a motorcycle, but
It has 1 armor.
okay.
Because it's a military bike.
Okay, so be 3, reduced to 2.
Okay.
And then I don't know how much armor Choke has. Does she have 2?
Show guess 2.
Okay, so you take 0.
One day I'll suffer 1 or more harm.
explosion detonates. The Tortuga is sent sort of spiraling off. Klaxon, you right it and reorient the vector thrusters engaging. You can see some damage that the Tortuga has taken. As it's sort of sputtering in the air. One of the vector thrusters isn't totally engaged, and there's some like warning indicators going off inside, some sirens blaring. Choke, you are almost thrown for your bike. You cut to the side, throttling around the explosion. You can feel the heat through your helmet, but you avoid any damage. And immediately after this explosion, you see the truck to the right. The lights flare on. The motorcycles behind you begin to gun towards you. What do you all do?
I mean, I'm gonna road rash this bitch.
Hmm.
I'm on a motorcycle and I have a chain. It's 2003 again.
Mm-hmm.
Come get me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been engaging with these bikes, so I would like to continue to do so. I'm going to sort of turn the bike and get in kind of next to one of them, and then throw out the chain and just try to fuck up the front wheel of that motorcycle.
All right. Roll to mix it up.
10.
10. All right. So you do it. You your chain. You whip it out towards the front of the bike. You can see where the moment where it catches the spokes. The wheel sort of snaps. The whole frame of the bike kind of bends, and the rider is catapulted off of it and just goes rolling over the ground as the other bike comes up alongside you, sort of slamming against yours. The two of you are neck and neck, pushing against each other, pursuing the Tortuga. Which, Klaxon, what are you doing with the Tortuga?
Me and Rosie are gonna autocannon the truck.
Okay.
It's coming at us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Imminent threat. I guess I'll say something to Clarity. Like, any chance you can hack that vehicle? And
How fast do you need it?
Sooner is better than later. And on the HUD, the screen, like, that truck becomes targeted with like a red ping, kind of deal. So just whatever you can do. Both me and Rosie are gonna fire autocannons at the truck.
All right. You are also going to roll to mix it up.
All right. And do I roll mix it up for Rosie also, or do I roll synth?
No, it's just gonna be one roll.
Oh, okay.
So which are you kind of who's taking point here, Rosie or the truck?
I guess the vehicle would take point.
Okay,
on that.
so we go ahead and roll with that, and then we'll just do whatever the greater
Okay.
harm is.
All right. Let me make sure real quick that my driving doesn't play hardball. Nope. And hot shit driver. Nope. Okay. So mix it up is meat. Should probably put a point or two in that at some point. 8.
All right. So you have to choose 2 from the mix it up list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mix it up. Why are you like this? Hmm. think I'm getting advice. Where do we get advice? Oh. Nope. Just chat. I guess I'll take... what do you think, guys? Too much noise?
I feel like the explosion kind of already did that, so
Yeah, I was gonna
why
say the same
not?
thing.
All right. So, too much noise. A couple of autocannons firing in the street. And, can we take, Rosie gets hit? An ally takes harm, as established by the fiction.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll say Rosie. The truck that comes out, you can see as you fire off your cannons. How much damage are you doing?
Those are 4 apiece.
Okay.
They're breach. I think they're like breach, loud. What else? Yeah, 4 harm, near fire, area, messy, and breach.
All right. The cannons go off and it just lights up this truck, but at the same time, a couple like I'm gonna say the remaining cyclist that Choke is alongside takes some shots at the Tortuga, and as Rosie is sort of like mounted on top, she takes some damage from that. We'll say 3 from theirs. She doesn't really track harm in the same way
exactly
as people. So what I'm going to... She is badly damaged.
Okay.
If she takes any more harm, she's going to be out.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is R2D2 is sparking and whirring.
Exactly it.
So...
While this is going on,
yes, Impulse.
Can I have a sort of yelled conversation with Brandy here?
Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming everyone put their seatbelts on.
Brandy, who does have her seatbelt on, is sort of jostled. She almost drops her data pad, then kind of rights herself, and she doesn't look as phased by this as you'd expect someone to be. Like, she's used to this, and sort of puts down her data pad, folding it and sticking it in her pocket.
Is it always like this for you?
Most of the time, yeah.
I mean, is it always an explosion, or...
No, explosions new.
Oh. You ever think of having a different job?
This pays really well.
I bet, but...
And I only have to work, like, a couple hours a month.
Do you ever feel bad about it, though?
No.
Not at all? Like, all the lives you're potentially taking, and...
I haven't taken anyone's life.
But the things that you've transported that have come to life because of the data that you're bringing back and forth. You just said you have a weapon in your head right now. That weapon could kill millions of innocent people.
I mean...
Not as easy of a job now, is it?
I'm not the one who designed it.
But if it weren't for you, the information wouldn't get from place to place. See, this is how the corps use us. They take our good work, use it, and then throw it away. You're nothing to them, but a transport back and forth.
Yeah, but somebody else would just do it if I did it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're nothing. Don't you want to be something, Brandy?
I feel like you're angling towards a move here.
I am trying to do a vision thing, yeah.
Okay. What is the move?
If you have time to have an intimate conversation, I feel like getting exploded is a fairly intimate emotional connection.
Sure.
And you advocate passionately for your vision, roll style. If I roll well, I get some hold.
Okay.
And I roll. That's double sixes, friends. So that's a 14. So yeah, yes, on a 10 plus, I get 2 hold. I can spend a hold to have the targeted NPC do a variety of things. I'm gonna say, for right now, I'm gonna have her give me something I want. Yeah.
What is that? Well, I guess express it in character. Like, what does impulse say?
What's in that pretty little head of yours, darling?
I mean, like I said, it's some weapon schematics. I don't really know all the details.
You know all of the details. It's right up here.
I could access them, but
That would be
I'm
amazing.
not really supposed to.
Come on. I just want to know whether or not they're, fucking you over.
She, there's a moment where she kind of thinks, and then you can see her eyes kind of go a little cloudy, a little like she's not focusing on anything. And they sort of rapid eye movement back and forth for a second as she stops. Something about a new model of cyber soldier? I don't really understand everything that I'm saying. You're muted.
How did I mute? How is it, new from the older models?
Looks like it's fully synthetic.
So it doesn't require a person at all?
Doesn't look like it.
That sounds pretty scary. Soon they won't even need you to transport their information. Do you see why this is a problem?
Okay. And what would you want me to do?
I can think of several things. I'm gonna level with her. Talk about some options for her to, I don't know, double deal on some of these corporations. See if she's interested in making a little extra money on the side. Or at the very least, joining a noble cause. And I'll spend my second hold on her. Have someone fight to protect your cause.
All right. So this conversation is happening in the back of the Tortuga.
It's getting very impassioned while we're bumping around in the explosion and the turning and twisting.
Yeah. Choke, you're alongside this other motorcycle as you're trying to keep pace with the Tortuga, which is driving off the truck having been demolished. You hear a different noise sort of cutting above the engines and the panic ensuing on the street. Sort of a thumping as from between the structures ahead of you, the tall buildings towering up into the smog above. You see a large, chromed, essentially a TAC, basically a military grade helicopter, come weaving from between the buildings, and you see a large cannon, the large cannons on the sides, with their guidance rockets angle towards the Tortuga.
I'm gonna fire on them first.
Okay. This is a larger vehicle than you. What are you firing at them with?
A missile launcher.
I was afraid of that. Right, because you've got a missile launcher now. God damn it! Why do I give you these things?
You remember, you hate her bike. You hate it with a fiery passion.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll. Mix it up again. 10. All right.
I've got 5 harm, far, area, messy, breach, clumsy.
Okay. Here's what happens. You fire at the helicopter, and as the missile guides towards it, here's what I'm going to say. You succeed in achieving your objective as they back off. You see it fire chaff out of the bottom. The helicopter kind of very quickly performs an evasive maneuver, and the missile explodes, shattering windows in the nearby buildings, and the helicopter peels off away from the scene. Since you have a missile launcher on your bike, not wanting to immediately tangle with that. However, you do hear it off in the distance, and it does seem like they are reconsidering their approach here. You also hear sirens in the distance, and the general sound of panic throughout the streets. Klaxon, you are leading the way. Where are you going? Are you continuing on your route, or
no? I'm gonna hot shit driver, try to duck, dodge, dodge and dive, or dip and dive.
Okay. So
escape.
Klaxon roaring off into the city, trying to escape. I'm gonna have you roll. I think it's gonna be active pressure one more time. Again, you can add your stuff to it.
Yep. Yep. Okay. 2 plus 2. Oh my goodness! With plus 4, even it's just not. All right, 9.
Okay. So you stumble, hesitate, flinch. MC offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. You go roaring off into the city. Choke close behind you. You deal with the other motorcycle. Narratively, that's not going to be the most interesting thing that happens. You, again, with your chain whipping to the front, sending this guy flying, or just like wrapping around his neck and just yanking him off the bike. The bike goes skidding off and crashing into a building. Klaxon, with Choke behind you, you can lose the helicopter. You are going to have to split up with Choke.
All right. Yeah, that's on the 7 to 9. I hold 1. You may spend 1, and I will escape the helicopter.
Okay.
turn into the garbage scow or whatever. Just kind of drive off like, oh, look at us, Swampy Sam's, the sewer
right.
man.
Choke, you see the Tortuga go peeling off, taking to a route that you cannot follow on your bike. You hear the thumping of the helicopter recede into the distance, Klaxon. As Choke, you driving forward, trying to navigate through the city, following the path that you have set out before you. You watch as two more armored trucks come pulling off from the side streets near you and beginning to bear down on your location. Choke now alone and left to fend for herself. We're going to go ahead and end our session here for tonight. And we will see how this all shakes out next time. So yeah, because we had a very late session last time. I don't want to go late this time because we are all. I'm very tired. I assume everyone else is. So yeah.
I forgot to ask Brandy what she most desires.
Oh
I have
no.
1 million points of light. I'll do it next time.
We'll do it next time. So yeah, let's do our end of session thing very quickly. Change up the music. So I've had this going for a while. So at the end of every session, you guys get to name somebody that you think knows you better than did before. So Morgan, always first to go.
I think Impulse knows Clarity better
Okay. Yeah.
because they talked about relationships.
They did. You took relationship advice from maybe the worst person to take relationship advice from in the group.
Probably the worst.
See, Clarity's like, she's had the most relationships, so that means a good thing, right?
Oh.
Yep.
What she doesn't know is that she really hasn't had any relationships.
I was just gonna say, what kind of relationships? You know.
Oh, I love it so. Okay, so we go over.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ah,
So it's gonna be a scene for
Cool.
an impulse scene next time.
I'll come up with something.
Okay. All right. Who else? Savannah?
I'm also gonna say Impulse.
Okay.
I did grill you about your love life.
Yeah. She may have given something away. And also they went shopping.
We went shopping.
All right.
But mostly the love life stuff.
Who else?
Hard.
I'll say Clarity just because I overheard part of their conversation.
Okay.
Otherwise, the Klaxon's in the background so often that it's hard.
I know this, but I'm... All right. High or low? Choke and in Clarity. High or low? I talked so much about both of your relationships. I don't know which. High or low?
hi.
Okay. Clarity. So 5.
All right. All right. So we'll have a one scene next week because Impulse rolled over. And that'll be it. All right. Good game, guys. Did not have to fight Mickey Mouse, which that was like 90% of what I had ready for today. So I was a little disappointed by that, but it was fine. No, it was very good. Mickey will show up again later. That was our first taste of evil Mickey. We'll be back next week, I believe, to continue our adventure. And in the meantime, like I said at the top of the session, we will not have a game tomorrow. However, we will have the next session of Slang 101 on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. So come join us for that. It's a Monster of the Week game. Savannah runs it. Been doing it 5 ever. So it's a lot of good stuff. New characters coming in, new mysteries, all sorts of new things. So it's a great time to come and join us. We'll have, otherwise our schedule will be the same throughout the week this week. So if you are watching us live on Twitch, scroll down and you can see whatever we've got going on. If you're watching this on YouTube at some point in the future, head over our Twitch page and you can see whatever we're doing right now. Got all sorts of great things coming down the pipeline, including a session. I think we're doing a one-shot for Elegant Suffering between seasons, and then we'll get into our session 0 and a new season there. And that's going to be really, if you missed our finale of it, that'll be going up on YouTube soon. You can check that out because it was something. Anything before we get going, guys? Nope. All right. Well, thank you to my lovely players for being here. Thank you to everyone out there for watching. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.